know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time named, I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. I'm a hot girl yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene with a two, drew on you and your friend and play a little 2-on-2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got to get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh!
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Opposite him on the Texans sideline, D'Amico Ryans. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because there's always a couple little details, standout performances, big plays that upset each game apart. That makes every one of them entertaining to be a part of.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Stroud off the play fake. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Mixing up the middle. And it'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Play action. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Harrison Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos nothing. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The rushing totals for Dobbins last week. 18 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
On play action, here's Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Broncos.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. Here's Nix. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 17-yard line. Here we go.
Stroud. And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
At the 47-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Now it's Nix. He finds Smith and Jigba.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Texans 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Houston set to take over.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Play action. Stroud now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Stroud getting his offense to the line quickly.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Nix to the air. That is caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here's Nix once more.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. To throw is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Jackson Smith-Njigba
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Here we go. 118.
Stroud looking to throw. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Again, it's Stroud. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, it was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And the Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
At the 40-yard line.
Throwing Nix.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 59 yards.
And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Texans 7.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
18.
Stroud to throw it.
Here's a diving catch right side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here we go.
First down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
All right.
At the Broncos' 33-yard line.
Now Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Texans.
Throwing again is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
Second and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 13 yards out. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Texans 14. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
2 yards on the play. First down, Denver.
Now it's Nix.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Broncos.
Here's Nix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's another Broncos first down. A gain of 12. And the Broncos first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and goal at the 10-yard line.
One more time with Dobbins.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
Touchdown, Broncos. Evan Ingram from 10 yards out.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brings up second and 7 at the 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down at 7.
Operating from the gun, Stroud.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. 14 yards that time for number 14. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
To throw, here's Nix.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Here's second and 10.
Second and 10.
Dobbins trying the left side.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here comes the Texans now.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw again on second down. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
They need 2. Here's third down. Stroud out of the gun here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Brings up third down.
Here goes Stroud again.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. That's caught again by Schultz.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another
back to throw again. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's
touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
35, Texans 21.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, we knew even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot